Train will not be seen tonight, so that we may bring you the following episode of Almost Live.
It's Almost Live with Tracy Conway, Bob Nelson, Bill Nye, Bill Stainton, Steve Wilson, and Ed Wyatt, and starring John Keister.
And I'm your announcer. And I'm your announcer. And you may have noticed. That tonight's show. Is coming to you. On a delayed basis. But once your ears. Get accustomed to it. It'll all sort of blend together. And you'll hardly notice it. And now, here he is.
John.
Thank you. No, really. Yes, quite an interesting week in our city. I know that everybody here, like everybody else, everyone's in an uproar about guys from Boeing, Microsoft, and Nintendo buying the Mariners. You know, every time I picked up the phone this week, it's some guy saying, "Hey, John, I got a good one. If Nintendo buys them, they'll be the Marios instead of the Mariners." Dave Valley can eat power dots and hit super hard. There'll be Game Boy night, and if the game goes over 9 innings, they'll play on a bed of lava. People have a million of them, I know. Either that or it's, I don't know if we want Japanese ownership. Oh, no. It's fine for some insane creep like George Steinbrenner to own a team. Right, that's fine. Or George Argyros, that's fine. Or some over-leveraged goof who's going to sell the team to Florida. But Japanese, oh, no. You see, I thought that was the whole idea of President Bush's trip over there. See, we want to sell more stuff to them. They complain that our workers are lazy and our goods are low quality. Lazy, low quality. So what do? Team up with Boeing and buy the Mariners. Makes sense to me. I wonder if Bush is going to mention this in his State of the Union speech on Tuesday. It goes right along. Of course, I guess it's no longer important really what Bush says during any given speech. It's what he eats right beforehand that that's what people are curious about. But, all this Mariners stuff has really overshadowed the other big sports event happening tomorrow, the Super Bowl. But you have to admit, this one, it really does seem kind of lackluster to us anyway. So we, on the Almost Live staff, decided to come up with some new ways to make the Super Bowl more exciting. For example, have a new rule that whenever one team makes a touchdown, the other team has to remove an article of clothing, which would be good. Right there, the ratings are up already. Let the Goodyear blimp fly inside the dome, which would be... Bring that to Minneapolis. Make the Bud Bowl a fight to the death. Yes. Last year for the Bud Bowl. Okay. Run slow-motion replays of Bush's Japanese dinner, which would be good. Or how about a special halftime show featuring Jimmy Swaggart and 200 prostitutes? Another popular one. That's what the Almost Live crowd wants, yeah. Or, for example, let Oliver Stone give his version of the game. Perhaps make Democratic presidential candidates return a kickoff, which would be very entertaining. Pass out weapons and then show the movie Juice on the big screen. And finally, of course, have Nirvana sing the national anthem. Land of the free and the... Of course, advertising space in the Super Bowl, as you know, is very expensive, so products that are, aiming for a real specialized market, they don't show up there. They show up on shows like this. So please welcome our newest sponsor.
What's wrong, Mary?
Oh, I don't know, Stephanie. I just don't think I'll ever meet a man. Dating is horrible. You never know what you're getting into.
I used to feel the same way, but not anymore. I love dating. I go on dates all the time. And they're always the kind of guy I'm looking for.
Really? How?
It's easy with the Date of the Month Club. Just look at this ad in our local newspaper.
Wow.
Yes, it's the Date of the Month Club. Just send in this form today. We'll sign you up for the dates of your life with the kind of guys you're looking for. Take advantage of our introductory offer. You get your first 8 dates for just a penny. Look our exciting ad over carefully and pick your men. We've got any kind you're in the mood for. Just select your style. Heavy metal. Oldie. Dance pop. Jazz. Or country and western.
That's all I have to do? Boy, that sounds like fun.
It is fun. Every month we'll send you a new man. It's just like a record club, only you get guys.
Hi, I'm Mary. Oh, yeah.
Remember, if you're not satisfied for any reason,
Aw, this one skips.
it's not a problem. Just return the defective unit in the convenient shipping crate he came in. Start enjoying a better life of dating right away. Send in your membership application coupon today and start having fun with men again. You'll date a new one every month when you open your box from the Date of the Month Club. Join today.
All right, stay with us. We've got a great show, and we'll be right back.
We interrupt this program to bring you exclusive live coverage of the State of Mercer Island address. Here now is the mayor of Mercer Island.
Good evening. In these troubled economic times, Mercer Island finds itself in the fortunate situation of just getting richer and richer, to the point where we have to be careful not to smirk about it when we go into Seattle. Our leading industry continues to be inheriting large sums of money, and on that front, we're doing quite well, thank you. This has been a very good year for Mercer Island in other ways. For example, the bridge stayed up, so we didn't have to drive through Renton very much. However, there was some bad news this year, and that's that the weather was really lousy in Kauai. Still, we are looking forward to a stellar and a profitable 92, which we would like to officially proclaim as the year of the Lexus. Thank you.
Chuck Knox, Jim Lefevre, Casey Jones. What do these men have in common? Well, sure, they've all been unceremoniously fired in the last year, but more importantly, they're all graduates or are currently enrolled at the Seattle Pro Coaches Halfway House. This is the finest facility in the West for recently canned coaches. Our center includes a workout room featuring Bering, Ackerley, and Smullian punching bags, the newly expanded Seattle Supersonics wing, thick walls to protect you from the barbs of Seattle Times columnist Steve Kelly, counselors who really know what they're talking about, since they're all ex-Mariner managers, and intense therapy sessions with players who actually listen and follow your advice. Here at the Halfway House, we can even tackle the tough college coaching cases. Remember former Husky basketball coach Andy Russo, the worst coach in the history of the world? We managed to get him a new job. So give us a call at the Seattle Pro Coaches Halfway House. We've got lots of experience, especially this year.
Welcome to another edition of The Collector with your host, Bob Bobbitt.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to The Collector. I'm Bob Bobbin asking you the question, is there gold in your garbage? That's right, gold in your garbage. I've stopped thousands of people from throwing away valuable treasures, things that people would pay big money for. Look what my neighbor put in his garbage just last week. That is a genuine Roy Rogers lunchbox. Now, he thought he was clearing out his attic, when actually he was clearing up my car payments. That's right. This is worth thousands. And if I hold it for another few years, it'll pay for a used Rambler, which itself is a valuable collectible. Oh, and by the way, Ted, if you're watching, you're not getting this back. You threw it away, and you throw it away, and hell, you will pay. But be careful where you put your treasures. Now, I gave my mother strict instructions about my comic books, and, well, look what happened here. She let Puffy make a nest on Captain Video. Mom, this could have been a retirement condo for you on Maui, and you know what it is now? Garbage. Not to be thrown in the garbage, though. Only a fool would throw something like this in the garbage. Now, take a look at this. Look what the record store threw out. Grand Illusion by Styx. That's worth $17 right now. And this identical copy, autographed by the band, well, that's worth $1.25. I was visiting a friend of mine in L.A. He's a Kleenex collector. I traded in my coin collection for a Kleenex that Julia Roberts' makeup man just threw out. And take a look at this. Julia Roberts' lip print. This could be worth millions someday. Anyway, you know, it pays to save. Now let's see what the bargain hunters in our audience have found.
Hi, Bob. Love your show.
Thank you.
I'm really excited because I just bought Babe Ruth's rookie baseball card from a guy downtown.
Babe Ruth's rookie baseball card. Why don't you bring that up here? Let's take a look at that. This could be worth some moolah here. Okay, well now, all right, folks. Now, see, I hate to bring you down, sir, but now if you look at this, this isn't a Babe Ruth card. It's a Pedro Guerrero card. That's Pedro Guerrero with his name crossed out and Babe Ruth written in. That is a common scam, and you got to watch out for that because, you know, just yesterday I was in Portland because some guy told me he'd bought the Bonnie and Clyde death car. Well, he hadn't checked it out very carefully, and I had to break the news to him that Bonnie and Clyde were not killed in a 240Z. What else do we have?
I have a real baseball bat that was used in a Mariners game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, those are usually too beat up and damaged from hitting those hard balls to be worth very much at all.
But it's Dave Valley's bat.
Oh, well, you're sitting on a gold mine, mister. That's got to be in mint condition. Now, you hang on to that. Let's bring up our next person here. Yes, young man. Go ahead, please.
Hi, I have this candy bar.
Yeah, well, what's so special about a candy bar, kid?
Well, nothing really. I was just hoping you'd like to maybe buy one to help benefit the Blanchette High School Marching Band.
Yeah, why don't you go away, son?
Jerk.
I think we have time for one more here. Go ahead, ma'am.
I was just wondering if this commemorative plate might be worth anything.
Holy smokes, are you kidding me? Is it worth anything? Get up here with that. I can't believe it. Where did you find this? I have been looking for one of these. Well, that's not worth a darn thing now, is it? And that's all the time we have on The Collector. Remember, there's gold in your garbage.
We interrupt this program to bring you exclusive live coverage of the State of Bellingham Address. Here now is the Mayor of Bellingham, Keith.
Wow, okay. Like the state of Bellingham right now is pretty cool. I mean, the vibes are just flowing great, and everybody's really into this spiritual groove. But a couple things have messed up the karma a little. Some of you downtown are starting to buy into that whole career suit and tie trip. Man, that is uncool, man. We're still having problems, too, with these big orange birds that fly down late at night and tell us to wear our underwear on our heads. But things are starting to look up. I mean, I think we're going to be in for a good spring because Bob made it back from Mexico. Way to go, Bob. Count me in, dude. Also, I told you guys years ago that if we waited long enough, the 60s would come back for us. So take it easy. Don't get too stressed out. And if anybody's got a copy of that Dead Show at Red Rocks in '89, give me a call. I'd like to get that from you. Thanks.
Good evening and welcome to the John Report. I'm John. Here's my report. A Snohomish couple has erected a wall of tires to protect them from a neighbor's target shooting practice. As a sidelight, the mound of tires won them a Snohomish Neighborhood Improvement Award. Microsoft has announced plans to run its first television ads. The ads will feature Mr. Whipple with the tagline, "Please don't squeeze the geek." Well, it turns out that the pilot of the Space Shuttle Discovery, Stephen Oswald, is a Bellingham native. NASA says they chose Oswald because he was accustomed to being in a disoriented outer space-like environment. The State House of Representatives voted this week to outlaw spanking in schools. House members feel that it's best not to do anything to a child that might encourage him to pull his gun. Some Alaskans are insulted by an Absolute Vodka ad that shows an Alaskan dog sled team delivering a giant bottle of vodka. The protesting Alaskans say that the portrait is inaccurate. In reality, it would be 3 bottles. Well, Ferris High School in Spokane plans to use an alcohol breathalyzer test at all future dances. All girls exceeding the legal limit will be asked to dance with guys from the computer club. Parents of Lake Washington District students are asking the libraries to ban 3 books that they consider too scary. The books are titled Scary Stories, More Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, and Stranded on a Desert Island with Ken Schramm. In a related story, the Lake Washington School District will wait until June before deciding whether to distribute condoms to students. School officials are hoping that by then the sun will be shining and students will want to go outside and play instead. Finally, Virgin Airlines of London plans to start booking special baby seats on its flights. Well, this should make air travel much easier for Jeff Smulyan. This has been the John Report. Thank you, and we'll be right back.
We interrupt this program to bring you exclusive live coverage of the State of Kent address. Here now is the Mayor of Kent and his buddy, Roy.
Good evening, friends, Boeing workers, and fellow patrons of the Deja Vu Dance Club. I've been asked to talk about the state of Kent. And, you know, I think it's pretty good. You think it's pretty good? Yeah. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I got my truck fixed this year, and that was good. And, we got some new businesses to relocate here. We got 5 new taverns. We have 3 new strip clubs and 2 speedy loops. That's good. That's good. Oh, and more warehouses. More warehouses. That's good. Good for jobs. Good for jobs. Plus, we passed the new cap registration law where all men have to register their caps. And, you know, heck, that's raised about $50,000, which goes into the Treasury, and that helps pay for the big Kager at the end of the year. So that's good. That's good. And I got in some good steelhead. And, I got the paneling up in the den. I got the paneling up, you know, in my den, like that. It was, you know, about time. So, you know, I'd say as far as Kent goes, it's, you know, it's pretty good. Okay? Yeah. Okay. You want to get a half rack? Sure. All right. Yeah.
Okay, pretty good, pretty good. Well, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. And by that applause, I guess you're registering, you're just validating the type of emotion that means that you had a good time here tonight, right? So, if you, yes, there they are. If you'd like to share in this experience, just there's the number to call. See all those 5s right there? Dial 421 and all those 5s. And, you know, if you're long distance, remember to dial that 206 like they keep telling us and all that sort of stuff. And then you can get tickets to come see us. So we want you to do that. And next week, as a matter of fact, you might want to hurry up and get tickets, although they're probably all sold out. But we're going to have the return of the famous Billy Kwan next week. Ooh. He's going to do some, I assure you, He's going to just do some awful things to me. So enjoy the Super Bowl tomorrow, and I guess we'll see you next week. So bye-bye.
Promotional consideration for Almost Live provided by Pizzeria Pagliacci, featuring traditional and gourmet pizza by the slugs. Pizzeria Pagliacci, rated Seattle's best pizza.